Well, ladies and gentlemen, two of the biggest problems we actually have in this country is one, fentanyl, and one, ANTIFA. If you actually combine them together, that is pretty deadly. The left needs to do something about ANTIFA. ANTIFA is an extreme left communist group that really wants to overthrow the government. They want to end democracy. Why? Well, it's because they are communists. And over in Portland, man, they have a serious problem with ANTIFA. They run the city. It seems like nothing is being done about them. Remember when Donald Trump was actually debating on Joe Biden, and Donald Trump said something needs to be done about ANTIFA, and then Beijing Biden says ANTIFA is just an idea. He just kind of threw it off like ANTIFA was nothing. And then in the summer of blood, of course, we saw the damage that Antifa was doing. Antifa's still out there doing stuff. Cop City in Atlanta was attacked by Antifa. The left, you guys need to do something about them. Why? Because Antifa is mainly in leftist cities and in leftist states. They want a communist takeover. They don't believe in democracy. They are definitely a major, major threat to democracy. Now, this past Tuesday, we had Election Day. And it seems like Antifa was actually trying to overthrow democracy and end elections. I'm not making this up, guys. Look here. This is on the Post-Millennial. Election centers in Georgia, Washington State received fentanyl-laced letters covered in Antifa symbols. Is Antifa still an idea, Joe Biden? I'm just asking, okay? This is dangerous stuff. A little bit of fentanyl can kill a whole bunch of people. From what I actually understand, I believe there's been enough fentanyl crossing the southern border to kill everyone in the state of Oklahoma. That's a whole bunch of people, guys. Let's read some of this. It says here, authorities are investigating after election offices in Georgia and Washington State received letters that contain fentanyl on Tuesday's election night. Law enforcement said that 4 county election offices in Washington State were evacuated on Wednesday after white powdery substances were found in envelopes at the state's election centers in King, Pierce, Skagit, and Spokane counties. The substances tested positive for fentanyl in King and Spokane, while in at least one other case, the substance was baking soda, according to Como 4 News. I wonder why this was not top headlines from the mainstream media. I'm wondering why it wasn't across, all these major news sites. Because they truly do not want to actually expose Antifa for the terrorists that they are. Even though most people know that Antifa, they're communist terrorists. That's who they are. Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs said the incidents are acts of terrorism to threaten our elections. This is coming from the left. But the left is always saying that the right wants to end democracy. But you got Antifa out there trying to overthrow and end elections. They're trying to end them. This is what communists do. Authorities say they are currently in the process of trying to intercept a letter sent from Washington State to an election center in Georgia, saying they are hoping to prevent it from landing in the hands of a person. Because that person gets the letter, they may die. During a press brief on Thursday, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said that a letter sent to the Fulton County Election Office on election night tested positive for fentanyl. Narcan has been distributed to election workers in Georgia as a precaution. Quote, we became aware of the situation that there was actual still in an envelope that was still in the mail that was traveling towards Fulton County, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Georgia's 159 counties received notices alerting election officials to the situation and advising them to use caution when handling mail. Raffensperger, who lost his son to a fentanyl overdose 5 years ago, warned about the deadly effect that can occur if a person were to come in contact with the drug. Quote, election officials should be free from fear and intimidation, which is why I called on the General Assembly to increase penalties for election interference, Raffensperger said. We will work tirelessly to ensure that Georgia elections remain free, fair, and secure. The Post-Millennial obtained an exclusive copy of the letter sent to the Pierce County Election Office in Tacoma, Washington, that featured an anarchist symbol and symbols of Antifa, the trans pride progressive flag, I believe that's what that actually meant, and the occult. This is what it actually says here, guys. Get ready for this. Quote, in elections now, stop giving power to the right that they don't have. We are in charge now, and there is no more need for them. Also, be aware your ballot drops are very susceptible to noxious chemicals like AMBL. They are unsafe to the public. Just saying. Read a letter that appears to be sent from Portland, Oregon. Yeah, definitely not a place where the right has any power. I mean, they're saying that you're empowering the right. No, over there in Oregon, no, the right's not in power. And in Georgia, the right seems to be pretty weak because they're letting Democrats, prosecute Donald Trump, for election interference. I'm wondering, man, if old Fannie Willis down there, once they actually find who did this, is she actually going to go after Antifa? Just curious about that. Not really sure. But, they're probably not going to do anything about this. I mean, look at this right here. You can see right there the white powders on this. Let me actually click on this and go to X here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, you can see that powdery substance right there. Yeah, this is Antifa. I think it's about time that the left truly acknowledge their existence. We need to. But Joe Biden keeps telling us, that white supremacy is the biggest threat to this country and democracy. I'm seeing woke supremacy as being the main threat. I mean, let's just be real, guys. Antifa is the new Klan for the Democrats. They're enforcers. They are enforcing this stuff. This is dangerous, man. Antifa needs to be stopped, but I highly doubt anything is going to be done about them because the Democrats, they empower Antifa. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.